Hello, all. Welcome to the pre-holiday episode of Cult Fiction. I think next week we're going to talk about holiday shows, if I'm not mistaken. So this week we're kind of everywhere, doing all kinds of different stuff because of the holiday stuff. We're all watching different things, so we're going to do a What You Watching episode. I don't know what everybody else is going to do. So does somebody want to start, or should I go first? What do you
You
guys
should
think?
start with a clue, sir.
Yes, exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, flip the coin.
Today is the trivia thing. You know what? I had
And
one written
you
down here.
forgot too, didn't you?
I did. I had one written down. Hang on one second. Yes, I did have one saved. I have got one right here. All right. I think this is only going to take four clues. I'm pretty sure it's only going to take four clues. But I'm hoping it's really going to jam you guys up with the first couple clues.
Are we going to text you or Discord or how are we?
You can just message me over Discord. That's probably the easiest way
All right.
for me. So first clue in our trivia game today is Einstein. Einstein. So my show that I want to talk about today is something that just hit Netflix recently. It's called The Beast in Me. It's got Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys in it, and I
Oh, dude, I wanted to see that. Okay, I can't wait. All right.
right. So I've just finished it, right? Now the thing is, any mystery thriller kind of like dramatic thing that happens, it doesn't always survive contact with an audience, so there's always things that you would change, things that you would improve. And this show is similar in a way in that it's like I wish they had done a couple things differently, but overall, it's phenomenal. And the thing is, Claire Danes and Matthew Rhys are both such amazing actors. If you don't know who they are, Matthew Rhys has played the lead in The Americans. He was the dad in The Americans, and then Claire Danes was the lead in Homeland. And they're both so good. I just like to watch both of them, and then seeing them interact together with these really interesting characters. Some people have said like Claire Danes plays the same character that she played in Homeland. She kind of does, I guess. Like she's dramatic, but Matthew Rhys certainly reaches out and grabs something completely different than he's done before. I think you might have seen him in Perry Mason too. There was an HBO series where he
Oh,
played
yeah.
Perry. Very different character in this one, and the character kind of changes throughout the course of the show. So it's fascinating to watch him work. Claire Danes, I think, is amazing. I think she does a fabulous job, and the story is interesting. I defy anyone who likes a good slow burn thriller or mystery to watch the first episode and not just be all in. I think if you watch the first episode of this, you're all in for the whole thing.
Oh, it's a series. I thought it
It's
was
a
a movie.
series. It's an eight-part limited series
Oh,
on Netflix. There's not going to be another season or anything like that. It's just the eight parts and done. But you watch the first one, and I feel like you're in it for the long haul. So I recommend it highly. I think it was really, really cool. I love to watch good actors. I love to listen to good writing, and there was plenty of both in this.
I
Who's
mean,
next?
yeah, I mean, I
Who?
agree. Like, I have two episodes to go on. I'm six episodes in,
Okay,
so I have two left. But
and
yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. There was one development I wasn't a big fan of, but what are you gonna do? Not
that's the
everything's
thing. There's
perfect.
always something like everybody's like,
Yeah.
I would change this or I would change that. But overall, like when you look at the complete picture when it's done, you're like, that was super well done. I think it's super well done.
So,
Uh, okay, so let me throw out another clue, right? And we'll see what you guys have.
did you get my clue?
See what kind of chops you guys have. Let me take a look here. No, none of those are correct.
all right.
Here is the next clue. First clue was Einstein. Second clue is plutonium. Plutonium. I know you want to guess the same thing you just guessed.
I want to guess what
Yeah.
Alex guessed.
Right? You guys are going to swap your guesses now. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
First
right.
clue Einstein, second clue plutonium. All right, Bueller, what do you got, man? What do you got in the tube?
I mean, I got a lot, man. So I don't want to bore everybody. Like Caitlin and I just started watching the American version of Ghosts. We're almost wrapping up. season two. It's a fun 30-minute sitcom.
I
Like,
love that show more.
yeah,
Like it's my favorite sitcom on television right now.
it's good, dude. Like you can watch and enjoy, and it's almost like watching Friends. Like the continuity is there, but it's also not there. Like if you miss something, it's not a big deal, and you
Quick,
get good laughs.
quick interruption. Eric nailed it in two. Well done, sir, because that was a curveball. We'll talk about it because these guys will get it in the next couple guesses. But Einstein, plutonium, Eric got it. You'll be especially proud of him when you find out what it is. Anyway, go ahead.
Amazing, Eric. Applause. No, so I'm glad to know that Eric's enjoying that too. Like we're enjoying it. It's a lot to get through. They're in their fifth season, so catching up is we watched like 5 episodes last night, and I think we watched two tonight before I came up here. Um, but it's one of those like you can scroll while you're watching it. You're not going to miss a whole hell of a lot. But man, it's funny. If you haven't seen Ghosts, when a so a lady can see the undead, right?
So you said the American version. Is there an English version at the same
Yeah,
Yeah,
time?
there's a BBC version.
yeah.
And
Just
it's the same
like
story?
I mean, in some ways, yes, very, very similar. Yeah,
so
but
a
some of the
lady,
ghosts are different, but some of the ghosts are the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
So a lady hit her head. She can see ghosts on her property. Um, the big joke is that when a ghost finally unlocks the door to go to heaven, they get sucked off, right? Which is
They
funny.
get sucked off to heaven.
They get sucked off
Okay.
to heaven, and it's hilarious. What caught me off guard was early in season two.
Because of course they do, right?
Well, early in season two, when a ghost showed up and he was a bad ghost and he went to hell, he went down on us. So you get
Mm.
sucked off or you go down, and I'm like,
Mm.
this is childish and funny.
10 out of 10.
It's
So,
so
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 you have to the context of it is most of the ghosts there are very have been there a very long time.
very long time.
There's only like two of them. One is like like an early 1990s uh like stock bro.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows exactly what's happening when they get sucked off. He just doesn't want them in on the joke because he thinks it's hilarious, right? And I think the Girl Scout guy with the arrow in his neck, I think he probably understands it too. But everybody else, they don't get it. They don't understand what going down on anything is and getting sucked off. And so anytime they talk about it, he's the frat bro stock guy is just like
Wow.
because it's like a Viking. It's like the lady of the manor from like 1870.
Got the Native
It's a
American who's been there
Native
forever.
American who's been there since the 1400s, a Revolutionary
So
War guy.
so you're watching it. I know, Eric, you've talked about it before. You're
I
watching
love the
Ghosts.
show.
So have you watched the English one?
I've watched the first season of the English one.
And is it comparable or is it not anywhere near as good?
I think I think they're very similar, and they do the thing, and I think I've talked about this before. That to me makes the show really good is that the husband believes her
Right.
because that would get real old real fast
Right.
if like hijinks happen and the husband was just like, oh, it's the ghost again, right, and that would just get so
Cute
old
canned
so
laughter
fast.
type stuff. Exactly. I agree with that. Yeah.
you know and so the fact that and then over time you'll see that they kind of prove it to him.
Mhm.
It's like he's not just taking his wife's word for it. it's
Right.
it's
Other
proven to him and stuff.
evidence.
But
Other
the fact
evidence.
that he was like from the beginning, he was like, I got you, I
Okay.
got you. It adds so much to it. And I think I mentioned it before. There was another show with America Ferrera. I could be having the wrong person. But anyway, where she did obituaries, and I think I do have the wrong person. I'll have to look it up. But she was doing obituaries for dead people, and she didn't tell anybody that she could see the ghosts. And for 2 seasons, you're just like, tell somebody, like
Mm.
your best friend, like all this chaos is happening in your life, and people just think you're psychotic. You
Right.
know,
Right.
tell somebody. So.
I mean, it's
So,
fun because I've seen like School Spirits is still on, and they're going to their third season. I watched Dead Like Me with Caitlin. We finished that whole thing, and that's no longer on the show, no longer on TV. And it's all about like the afterlife and spirits and meddling and stuff like that. And I think like Ghost approaches it in the right way.
hmm.
Especially with the husband, like Eric said, because the husband he doesn't no sell his wife, and he believes everything that's going on, and it does get proved to him eventually, and it works very well.
So it's funny and interesting.
Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, it's a sitcom, so
Sure,
it lives
sure.
in 30 minutes.
Right,
You know,
Right.
right.
you can
No, that
figure
makes
it
sense.
down.
And the
Makes
show I
sense.
was talking about was Not Dead Yet with Gina Rodriguez. So sorry about that.
Gotcha.
Uh,
All
I
right.
also
Well,
I picked up Mayor of Kingstown recently, but I'm not that deep into it.
how is
I'm
that? Because I
interested
was
in
thinking
that.
about watching that. Yeah. What do you think?
Man, it's intense, dude. I'm getting into all these Taylor Sheridan shows. By the way, can I just say, like, I know we're doing a podcast here, but god damn it, dude. We were watching oh man, I'm gonna lose my mind here. Um Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Casey Affleck, Robin Williams, come on,
Yeah,
help me out
yeah.
here.
Good Will Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, okay. All right.
Goodwill Hunting. You got four guys in the car, right? You got Matt Damon, you got Ben Affleck, you got Casey Affleck, you got the fourth guy, right? He's got the very deep voice, the gravelly voice. He's got the short curly hair, baby face. Um, and I'm watching it and I'm like, man, I know I've seen this guy play a bad guy or something recently. Like I've seen this guy in something. Like what has he done? We've seen all the other guys do other things. What has this fourth guy in the car done? Because I know I've seen him. That was fucking Rip in Yellowstone.
Hmm.
And
Uh,
my mind was blown, dude. I did not, watching all the seasons of Yellowstone, I never picked him up from Good Will Hunting. Never, not once,
Hmm.
not one
Interesting.
time.
yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
It blew me away. But anyway, I'm really getting into these Taylor Sheridan shows, so I picked up Mayor of Kingstown, and I'm only two episodes in, and it's good. It's different. It's a lot of fun. It's very intense. It's very dark, gritty, crime drama type stuff. Super dirty. Moving on from there, you guys brought up Caught Stealing. That was very Snatch related.
Right.
I thought it was super Snatch coded. I thought
It was pretty dark though. Like it was a little
it was
darker than
darker than
Snatch.
Snatch, but it was
Yeah.
still Snatch coded. Uh,
Yeah.
Vinny D and Liev Schreiber stole it.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I would kill for more scenes with those guys
Yeah.
in it.
I
Just
want the
so
prequel that's
goddamn
just
good.
about those two guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. And then Kevin and I watched Roofman last night with Channing
Oh
Tatum.
yeah, how is
Oh,
that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. It was fun. It was a good watch. It was enjoyable. It was dramatic. It was comedic. I'm trying to speed my time along here because I took up too much. And I was like, we hear all about this stuff in Hollywood about like how the leading man is so much older than the leading woman and all this stuff. And I see Kirsten Dunst and Channing Tatum, and I'm like, well, fucking, how big is their age gap? And I looked it up.
Hmm.
They're both younger than me and older than Caitlin. And I'm like, well, I'm an asshole. Uh, we also brought up Nicole Kidman and the work she had done and how much it changed her appearance.
Hmm.
And Kirsten Dunst, no work done that's apparent, man. And I've never been like, oh my God, Kirsten Dunst is so hot, but I have to give it to her. She's aged gracefully, and
Hmm.
she looks like Kirsten Dunst in that movie. And
That does seem to be the exception rather than the rule. It's
Yeah,
just
because
aging gracefully.
I
Yeah, the
noticed
fact that we're
that.
talking about it means that that's the exception,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not the
I
norm.
noticed that about Nicole Kidman in Lioness.
Linus,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
the
was like, damn, girl,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. Just
Yeah.
get old. It's okay.
yeah.
Just let it happen.
So
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst did that, and she still looks like Kirsten Dunst.
Right.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
So Eric, you've already talked a little bit. You want to talk a little bit about something you're watching? Oh wait, you know what? Let me get it. Let me throw another clue
Yeah.
out. So we got Einstein was clue number one, plutonium. Third clue is lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Oh, God damn you.
So I'm sure they'll get it.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, Eric?
So, real quick, something about Rip from what's his nuts from Yellowstone. It says he became friends with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon during the schooling of School Ties
Oh,
in
Oh,
'92.
interesting.
Right. And
So,
his
just real quick, Joe, you got it, but Alex does not have it yet.
good job,
Alex does
Eric. Good
not
job.
have
I'm
it
not a
yet.
very good guesser at this game.
It's a hard
just
game.
concentrate on plutonium.
Plutonium. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Um, his also his great grandfather on his mother's side is Harry M. Warner, one of the Warner Brothers, the
Huh.
founders of Warner Brothers.
What?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Okay.
which
Interesting.
just sold, by the way,
To Netflix for 75?
Yeah, for
72 billion, something like that,
72
Oh,
75
billion.
billion.
and
I thought they
then
got
somebody
blocked.
else is trying to do Paramount's trying to do a hostile takeover or something,
Yeah,
right? I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a
but
whole
sure,
drama
like
about it.
it's like a 5 month process, so I don't think it's done yet.
Right.
I think it's more of like an offer has been accepted, and now they have to go through the rigmarole of all the stuff, and that could take
Right.
5 months. So there's a lot of things that could happen between now and
I
then.
heard somebody saying that the FCC might block it, but what's
Yeah,
crazy about that, it was
might.
else I read was like
Yeah, I
Netflix was
think.
all butthurt about us sharing passwords with our mom, yet they had enough money to go ahead and buy
Yeah.
HBO
Yeah.
Max.
Right?
So
Yeah,
there,
you guys are flush. Stop bugging
I
me
think
about
there's a lot
sharing
of
with my
people.
mom.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are they're gonna probably get, I don't know, sued is the right word. There's gonna be contentions on monopolies because Netflix is the number one streamer and HBO Max is the number three streamer.
Right.
And so, putting them under the same umbrella, they're obviously, there's gonna be people that are gonna come after them. So I don't know if it's gonna go through, but the offer's been accepted, and now maybe the hard part starts, I guess, is
Well, you
the
got Taylor Sheridan's leaving Paramount to go where? Prime?
I think so. And I heard it's for like $1 billion.
It's a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they're paying him like $1 billion.
Jeez
You
Louise.
know,
Can you
To do
imagine? That's
like
crazy.
10 shows. Like what?
it might end up being something like that. It's kind of like the guys from South Park were given like
Right.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
They were given, I think, $1 billion for 10 seasons. Of course, seasons are like 6 episodes or so, or like 10 episodes. So it's like $1 billion for 100
It's like
episodes.
6 Saturdays of
Right.
work.
Like
They get
seriously.
$1 billion.
Like I think it's 100 episodes for $1 billion.
Well, I
That's
guess the whole
amazing.
reason the first season that they did under the Paramount umbrella was so short was because they got to episode 6 and they wanted to further along the 6-7 joke. So they didn't want an
Mm.
episode 7. So they started season whatever 28 or whatever it was on episode 1, which was actually episode 7, but they didn't want the 6-7 thing to carry over.
Mm,
Episode 6 was Cartman throwing up because of the 6-7 joke.
Oh,
there you
God.
go.
It was like some big meta humor thing.
Yeah.
So I want to hear what Alex is watching here. Alex, I'm going to give you the last clue.
But
This is clue number 4. We've got Einstein, plutonium, lightning bolt. Last clue is 88.
I want to go Back to the Future.
Well, that's racist.
Back to the Future. That's the one.
Uh,
So
Einstein's the dog.
Einstein is his dog. Yeah, that's the
Uh,
throwing you off with the Einstein. So
okay.
see, okay, all right. So what do you got? So
Guesses. What were their first guesses?
I think
Because you said they
everybody
were going to switch
guessed.
them.
Yeah, I think everybody guessed Oppenheimer
Oppenheimer, yeah.
first, and then Real Genius,
I was going to go to
and
Real
then
G. That's the one with
Weird
Tim Robbins, right?
Science. Right.
Yeah, I was
Right.
leaning
Weird
on
Science.
that one when it was just Einstein.
that
Yeah.
was my first
So,
guess with Einstein was Real Genius. Yeah.
that's
Oppenheimer was going to be my second guess until Jubal said, "Oh, you guys are going to flip-flop your guesses," and I'm like, "Well, then you got."
okay. What do you got, Alex?
I mean, I've been keeping up with Welcome to Derry, the It spinoff, and it's
Mhm.
like I'm so conflicted, man, because it's like I think so, honestly, and maybe Joe can chime in on it because you're watching it too, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to say this is going to sound super pretentious and condescending. I don't mean it to be, but I think it's the show for the people that like don't read the books, right, and aren't super into it,
Sure,
like the
sure.
books and the lore of the Stephen King metaverse and everything like that. So it's like if you dig the movies and you dig Pennywise and you watch the show, I think you're going to dig it. But it's like for somebody like me that's had like this, head canon and something for like 40 years. I'm just like, no, no, fuck you guys. No, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? But that's me.
Right.
That's me.
Well, at the same time, though, like if you go back and you watch the 2017 it or 2018 it, a lot of the callbacks when they're going through the microfilm in the library are calling back to this show,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
like the Black Spot and
Yeah,
other
yeah.
movies. They're calling back to this show. So I'm not saying that it
Yeah.
sticks with.
My understanding is they want to do seasons of what were the interludes in the book, which was sort of like historical encounters
Oh yeah,
with, yeah,
so
and Black Spot was one
they're
of
gonna go
them. Yeah.
27 years before this one for the next season,
Mm.
and
Right.
they're gonna keep going back. Yeah.
So I'm wondering what they're going to do if they go back, because if they go back further, they can't have Pennywise in it. So it'd be kind of interesting to
Yeah.
see what they do.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
Yeah,
so
Skarsgård's going to be done after this season, and that's not a big spoiler if you read the headlines. If they go backwards, you can't have him in it forever.
Mm.
well, I guess technically they could go back one more time and and go to that period where he, Bob Gray, the carnival clown, blah blah blah. You could do it
Yeah,
that, but whatever. But it's just like I said, I'm just so conflicted because for so many reasons, and it's just sort of like every time they do something that I like, there's like one or two things that I really, really don't like at all. And like even when it's a good moment, like they have this moment, I don't want to spoil everything, but there's like a fire, in the black spot, blah blah blah, and there's like this really cool moment where a character sacrifices himself, but then they have like this long conversation in the middle of an inferno with somebody,
Right,
like
right.
you're like really surrounded by fire, and you're
That's
having this
dumb.
5 minute goodbye with
oh, dude,
somebody.
Right.
it took way too long. But at the same
Brutal.
time, and
And
again, another spoiler. 2 episodes before that episode, we were on to episode 7, so episode 5, when they were giving the whole backstory to it per this series. I'm not saying it's the entire backstory to it, but per this series, when they sat down to explain the story, and it was like the writers were talking at you,
Right,
opposed to like setting a scene,
right.
telling you a story. They gave you this whole 7, 8 minute interlude of like, oh, okay, I guess we're sitting back and you're just going to explain this to me out of a handbook. It was not enjoyable. It killed the entire episode for me.
That's too bad.
and it has like way too much of a reliance. I mean, I know it's modern technology and all, but like CGI is never really the scary thing, that you can come up with, right? Like there's this whole scene with just like a CGI fest where the kids are running from like lightning storms and the earth is like sundering open and everything. And I'm just like, it's not, this isn't really scary to watch. Like I still
Mm.
remember reading the book, and like one of the most frightening things to me in the book was like this little short passage that one of the kids said in like the adult version where the kid was talking about how he saw the shark and Jaws in the canal, and I'm just like, really? Like at that point, man, fuck Pennywise, you're a dick. You know? Like fucking Jaws in a canal where it's like 10 feet deep. I'm like,
Right.
you're an asshole. You know? Like really?
It's a
But you
dick
don't need
move,
like
Pennywise.
you don't need like a CGI. Nobody like when you come to like your fears, the things you're afraid of, you're not afraid of like a woman giving birth to a CGI bat baby.
Right.
That's not the primal fear that you have.
So
You know?
this kind of goes back, and I'm going to toot my own horn a little bit. This goes back to when we were talking about what makes something
A
horror,
horror
what makes
movie.
something scary.
Right.
Mhm.
I honestly, I think I nailed it. It's two things. One, being helpless, and two, seeing people do things that you're not used to seeing people do.
Mm.
And so, like what Alex is saying is when you throw a lot of CGI in there, you're just kind of like, I don't know what that is. That
Right.
okay. Fucking demon bat. Okay, cool. Now you can get a situation where maybe you feel scared because the person is so helpless, like with a Demogorgon in in what's it called, in Stranger Things or something like that.
Mhm.
And I think that's why horror movies, most of the people are helpless, and in a suspense movie, most of the people are, they're armed, they're a cop, it's a FBI agent, it's a blah blah blah. It's a suspense. They're looking for the serial killer. That's suspense. A horror movie is you're a bunch of teens and Leatherface is coming
Right.
and
Mhm.
you don't have anything.
Right.
And that's fucking scary, right? And then also, like we said, with weapons, when the lady comes out and she's just like that kind of creepy shit. You don't, when she comes out with the knife out of the front door, you're like,
Right.
what the fuck? People don't walk like that.
Right. That's
That's
not
creepy as fuck.
something's not
Or
right.
like, The
Right.
Exorcist when she turns her head around,
Sure.
or when
Sure.
she does the spider walk. These are things, sitting in the corner, staring at the wall with Blair Witch.
Mm.
These are the things that we're like, normal people don't do that shit. That's not
Right.
normal.
Something
And we even talked
unnatural
about
is
it with the
happening.
kids. Like when a fucking kid, comes and they're creepy because you're like, we all going, we should be able to just punch you in the face and move about our day. And yet you have an alarming amount of confidence right now that I can't just punch you in the face and move about my day. That's scary because a
Right.
normal child,
Mhm.
is gonna get pummeled by us, right?
Right. Is gonna defer to your fists, right? It's
Right,
like,
right.
but when the
So
creepy Village of the Damned kids walk up and they're just like,
right. And so I think Alex, what
uh,
he's saying is when you rely a lot on CGI, I think it takes that kind of human element out of it where you're just like, that's
Mhm.
scary because humans don't act that way.
right.
Um,
That makes
you know,
sense. That
Yeah, I
makes
mean, one of
sense.
the most uncomfortable movies I ever saw, and it not without its flaws. It definitely had flaws, but Ryan Reynolds in Buried, like, and that's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
me
Yeah.
because, like,
that's helplessness, right?
oh
Right.
my God, dude,
Right.
like that's just it made my skin crawl watching that movie. And
That movie was rough.
there's
That
no
was a
real like there's
rough movie.
yeah, there's no CGI element to that. It's
Mm.
just
Mhm.
terrifying.
Do you
And
have
last but not least, as far as Derry goes, I'm really not a fan of when you have some sort of, whether it's a hero or a villain or anything, and you introduce what is effectively kryptonite into the story, where it's just
right?
like hold up a rock, they can't do anything now because it's like you're immune, and just like lame,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you can stop everything with just like the right rock. Okay,
That's
whatever.
that's
Yeah.
bad. That's tropey. That's
That
tropey.
Mm.
that being said, though, the last episode of Derry, like the first probably 20 minutes of it, because it's over an hour long. The first 20 minutes, I was just like, holy shit. By the time it was done, I was like, we still have over half an episode to go. And
Mm,
I was kind of blown away. Even with
Mm.
like stuff Alex is talking about, it was still like, God damn, this is insane.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what you like in your shows, then you should watch Welcome to Derry. Next week, you guys want to do some kind of holiday episode? We'll figure it out between now and then. Yeah,
I
we'll
think I
talk
want
about
to.
it.
I think I want to see you guys fight about
Yeah, we need to
fucking Die
argue over
Hard.
Die Hard. Yeah.
Yeah, whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie,
By the
like
way,
what is it that
okay.
makes a Christmas movie? Yeah. See?
Pretty,
Okay.
Nakatomi,
didn't we
Nakatomi
do a
fucking
Tower.
cast
Plaza,
on that
Christmas
though?
party, baby.
We can have it
Yeah.
out. We can
I'm
have it
sure.
out once and
I'm
for
pretty
all.
sure we did that cast like last year.
We
We
might
did.
have to do
You
it
know
again,
what?
Might have
We
to
whatever.
can
do it
do
again
it
because you
every
guys are blowing up my
goddamn
phone.
year until you're convinced.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for the holiday episode. Take care, everybody.